LeBron James, now a Philadelphia 76er, and the lights on a 3-game win streak. Welcome back to the Huddle. Happy Tuesday. I'm your host, Ariel Meza, joined today by my guys, as always, Kyle Sparrow and Thomas Gobbo. A little different of a setup today because Thomas decided to break one of our shelves right before recording, and there's only 3 of us anyway, so I like the shot we have. It looks kind of cool. Different look. A lot of things got changed with the studio, including Marcus Bray, our producer over here. Shout out, Marcus. Thank you for coming once again, as always. But yeah, we got to get straight into it before we get to the big stuff like LeBron. You got to talk about the lights real quick, as always, starting off with them. The lights on a 3-game win streak, as I said. First time in a while since I've watched them that they've been on a win streak. And yes, Thomas.
Nah.
But, they got a 1-0 win over, I believe, Detroit City FC this past weekend. And I'm not going to go too much into it, but just excited to see them come home this week and have a home game at Cashman Field against Phoenix FC Rising. And I think that's one that they could definitely get a win in and make it a 4-game win streak and just continue racking up points. The first win was in the USL Cup, so it doesn't count for their points in the season. It's not an in-season game. But, just the momentum for them as a team to be on a streak and get hot right now is really important for them after the way they started out in the first half of the season. But moving on from them, we're going to go into LeBron. The biggest news probably of the year. We've been waiting so long for LeBron to make his decision, and it was a drama-filled. Actually, what did they say? It was the longest he's taken to make a decision, right? I think combined compared to all the other ones, it was longer. And
the fact that the commissioner had to come out and say we're waiting for LeBron to make his decision.
Well, you got to think you got to have LeBron on Christmas, some Prime Video games now, but I don't know. I just think it was a little outrageous.
Yeah, and so LeBron goes to Philly. Thomas, what's your opinion on that? If you could summarize it in one noise.
I think he's too old for this. He already did a decision when he went to Miami. He's taken a lot of the attention off of the younger guys that are actually up and coming, and he's 40, 42, I believe. And he said this decision did not impact chasing a championship, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So now, on paper, Philadelphia looks like the roster that's going to win it all. With Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, LeBron, and Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid will give you 27 games, though. But
do you think he wins a championship in his 2 years at Philadelphia?
I think he's
playing. Does he even play 2 years?
He's not playing 2 years.
I think he finishes.
You think he just plays 1?
Yeah. I think we can honestly question the legacy of LeBron. When we look at GOATs and Michael Jordan obviously was on the Wizards late in his career, but for the most part he was on the Bulls. Kobe stayed with the Lakers. Yeah, I don't know. When LeBron goes team to team and is known for building a super team, and I'm a Lakers fan. I appreciate him, all he's done for Los Angeles. But I don't know. You can play 23 years, rack up all the records, everything like that. But I don't know. He's not really in my GOAT conversation just because.
Whoa. So is this what you compare to Jordan's Wizards? Is this his Wizards era for LeBron?
I don't know, because he's still a great player. Averaging over 20 points a game at age 4 is ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. He's almost damn near averaging a triple-double with 28 and 8. But I don't know. It's hard to tell if he's going to be washed or not, because now he's the third option on a really good Sixers team.
And a big complaint from Lakers fans. You and me both Lakers fans, but you're probably more passionate about this. LeBron signs for pretty much $4 million a year. Where's the complaint coming from for Lakers fans when he couldn't really have done that for the Lakers?
Yeah, I mean, if he would have took $4 million to come back to Lakers, I would have just been, overjoyed. That would have been great. They could build around Luka and still have LeBron, who pretty much carried the Lakers in the playoffs. Against Houston, had a really good series, and then did all he could against OKC, but just wasn't enough. And the past 6 years or so, it's been LeBron resigns for $50 million, and it's come on, you gotta share the bread a little bit and distribute and get the Lakers back to that championship caliber team that they haven't been in since 2020. The
bubble.
The Mickey Mouse Championship.
It's not Mickey Mouse Championship.
So
I don't think it's.
My question to you would be: do you think that he took this long to make a decision, but at the same time, do you think the Jaylen Brown trade like kind of solidified it when it happened?
So here's the thing. I think Jaylen Brown actually called Bronny like garbage or something when he came into the league.
Yeah.
And then Jaylen Brown and Joel Embiid were beefing, just from like being in the Eastern Conference, Sixers, Celtics, going back and forth in the playoffs. But what was your question?
Do you think that because I know he wanted to go to like a I guess a championship ready team, or that's like the rumors, but do you think that when Jaylen Brown was traded to the Sixers, do you think LeBron was definitely watching and it influenced his decision?
I think 100%. But I ultimately thought he'd just go to the Warriors and play with Steph. He's always talked about playing with Steph, and now they're in whatever they're in. They're looking after anything they can find, bottom of the barrel scraps now.
Yeah, they went from LeBron to I don't remember the guy's name.
Mario Hezonja.
Yeah. Greatest Mario of all time, apparently.
But yeah, I think if Philadelphia does not win a championship,
It's for nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's my next question is, with the addition of LeBron, do the Sixers become the favorite to win the championship next year, or do you just have to respect teams like the Thunder and San Antonio?
Yeah, I think they're on paper the favorite in the East, but I just don't think they can compete with San Antonio, especially if Joel Embiid's hurt. He'll give you 20 to 30 games, and then San Antonio's up and coming.
You'd even take them over the Knicks for the Eastern Conference?
I'd say that's kind of tough. I totally forgot about the Knicks, but I don't know. It's probably 1A, 1B between, on paper, of course. But I think the Knicks are going to come out.
No, Halliburton love?
Nah. Nah. I did see him windmill, though.
Yeah, I was going to talk about the most recent
crazy.
clip. I mean, like, he looks like he's getting back to his form. And, I mean, just think about what he went through. That's pretty cool to see. But, yeah, I mean, just from an outside perspective of basketball, I think, as you said, on paper, the 76ers have, like, the best roster. But if there's anything we know in sports, it's kind of on paper don't mean nothing. So it's like how you actually play and it's how you compete. So
I think even on paper, the Knicks still hold up pretty well. I mean, they just won the championship. Yeah. They just won a ring, and they already had a stacked starting five.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about guys that played together. Brunson,
Hart and Bridges.
Bridges, all played Villanova. So I don't know. We will see. But if the Sixers do not win, that'd be very disappointing.
And then you still have the Heat. I think could. I mean, Giannis is still one of the best players in the league.
Right. So we could also talk about, that.
I just think maybe
that social media person for the Heat dropping the introductory press conference. Pre-scheduled.
I don't know what. For those who don't know, this is where staffing and PR teams. I don't know what we're doing, but if you take a guy like LeBron James, the magnitude of like that name. And the fact that you make that big of a mistake, that's just like inexcusable. He got fired, right?
Mm.
And I mean, that's what happened. And that's just I can't believe you as a PR team you'd let that happen.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually need to be filled in on this.
Bro.
What happened?
So like
this is
Miami Heat, social media, YouTube. I guess the guy, whatever, put introductory press conference for LeBron James. When was that? Last week. Wednesday or Thursday, when LeBron has not, or to that point, didn't make a decision yet. So, I mean, that was basically foreshadowing. People on the internet were like, "Oh, LeBron going to the Heat. LeBron's going to the Heat. LeBron's going to the Heat," and
it falls through.
And it didn't happen. So if you guys don't know Pat Riley is the owner of the Miami Heat, and he was a fiery guy, head coach. But I can tell you that he was not happy with that.
I wouldn't be happy either. That's a big mistake.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to your point, if they did get LeBron, a Giannis LeBron team would be pretty good. I just don't know the pieces surrounding them would honestly make up a good roster.
I see. But
it'd be an exciting season. Exciting season.
The thing is, I'm not huge on the NBA. Would you say the Western Conference is still more competitive?
100%. Yeah. I mean,
and I mean, we can look back at the Lakers. Now the additions they made, being able to, getting LeBron out of there, and all the money they've gotten from that, they've signed a lot of people. Do you see the Lakers improving this year from last year?
Yeah, 100%. They got a lot of wing guys that can play defense. Quentin Grimes, Colin Sexton, known for defense. They can go out there and pick up the slack for Luka's lack of defense, and hopefully they can improve. Got Walker Kessler, a rim protecting center. It'll be a trio of white boys holding it down in LA.
I kind of want to get into that. I mean, we haven't talked about it. It's been about a month now. But Stephen A. came out after that signing and said, what are the Lakers doing? They're not going to win with a bunch of white boys on the starting lineup.
So,
and I know we haven't really talked about it. We try not to get too much into politics here, but he kind of, I wouldn't even say he backtracks, but he goes after to defend himself and said that he never brought race into it, and it was Acho that had brought up that kind of called him out. I was like, that's racist, Stephen A. And he even said, if they had said it the other way around, you would be upset. And he's like, I didn't say anything about race. You brought race into it, which I thought was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen Stephen A. Smith say, and he says a lot of stupid things. Yeah. But that was just utterly ridiculous. I mean, I don't think it matters what side of the political spectrum you're on. As a fan of sports, if you go out there as a professional analyst, as a journalist, he's not even a player who became a journalist and doesn't really know, journalistic ethics.
That millions of people look up to, by the way.
Exactly. And he comes out here and blatantly just discredits these players' abilities and their skills because of their race. That's blatant racism. And
it's like
besides just racism, it's just as a journalist, as a sports journalist, analyst, to just ignore their skill as players,
right,
is just ridiculous.
So I didn't think that he was trying to make a whole big deal about it, like he was trying to be funny or whatever.
Yeah,
and obviously it was not funny at all. You just can't be saying that.
I just think leave those comments and those rhetorics to the fans. Let them be funny and stupid in the comments and those stupid Instagram pages. You are a top journalist in this industry. Like you said, so many people look up to him, which, is that a good thing? Maybe not. But because we got to admit that a lot of his takes are just purely for clips or for
there's sometimes they're outlandish sometimes.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of the direction this industry has gone into. We're no better sometimes.
Yeah, but we know the line. We know there's a line.
Yeah, there's a line, and I think the race is definitely the line. To just discredit. That's where my biggest issue is, the racism, of course. But you are one of the top sports analysts, if not the top one, and just to say something so stupid.
Yeah, and then to try and backtrack, that just made it look even worse.
And to shift the blame to Acho and be like, you made it about race. Yeah. How did he make it? You brought up a team's race. You said they're white. You brought up race.
You're white and they can't compete.
You brought up race as soon as he said they're white. The Lakers not going to win with a bunch of white guys. That's what he said. So, ridiculous.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier with the whole World Cup thing and all that stuff with politics, and it just shouldn't get intertwined. And I think this is another instance where just keep sports as sports and the rest as the rest of it.
Yeah, especially not that way where he's not even advocating for a change. He's spewing hate.
I think I think as soon as he said it, that's why he backtracked. He was like, "Oh crap, that's not going to go over well," and that's why he backtracked.
But he also he didn't really backtrack though. He doubled down.
He's just, again, it's just one of those things where he's trying to get clips, and leave it to the fans to make those assumptions. And because, as you said, you made a great point that a lot of people as journalists, you look up to that show, you look up to him as one of the top journalists, and he goes out and does something stupid like that and says something stupid like that. It's kind of bad, sad to see, but that's just the way of the road, to be honest, in media nowadays. Anyone will do anything for.
Yeah, and I haven't even really seen
clips
repercussions from ESPN, them.
They're not gonna do anything.
Slapping his hand or anything, and it's kind of funny when all these other guys are getting fired, and I'm sure any smaller journalist would get in a lot of trouble for that.
100%.
So it's kind of disheartening as a journalist coming up, and you see these big guys can just say whatever they want, and it's stupid, but it's entertainment. For them, it's entertainment.
Even that, there's a bunch of Tony Romo getting arrested, Mark Sanchez. What are we doing?
Go.
You guys are color commentary.
I want to say that. I want to talk about that too. Is Tony Romo getting arrested, bro? I was literally sitting outside, just on my phone. I get the ESPN notification, and my heart literally dropped. I was like, no. That's my quarterback, bro. That's my quarterback.
You guys are a heavy influence for millions of people. You guys are the experts in the booth, Mark Sanchez, Tony Romo. what are you guys doing?
And I wonder
Take
if
it
there's,
easy, bro.
is there gonna be any repercussions for him? Is he gonna lose his job again? This is another thing where I feel like, there's a big debate about athletes that become journalists and commentators after their careers. And Chris Collinsworth was an athlete, but he's been doing it for so long. I'm sure he actually studied this art that we do. But for players like Tony Romo, a lot of people don't like him in the booth, but is there the same punishment for an ex player versus someone who, like us, went to school for this and actually maybe never, I never played football, but I want to cover football. So will there be more repercussions for a guy like me versus a guy who played the game, who's famous already?
I think a part is that, CBS is Jim Nance, Tony Romo is
that's the A team.
That's the A team, and then it's Iron Eagle, Charles Davis, or Iron Eagle, whoever.
JJ Watt.
Yeah, JJ Watt. And then, I don't know what they do, but, there has to be some, you're a grown man.
Because I think if there's none, there's no repercussion then, because I think just purely because of the fact that, fans were starting to be tired of Tony Romo, they're going to have it out for him and, oh, he didn't get punished for this. This is a very bad thing. But I do think that there should be. I don't think there's going to be. But you can't just do that and have a headline like that and not face anything.
You can't really brush under the rug,
Yeah.
especially with that photo, that mugshot photo.
Yeah,
where he was
bro was definitely
smiling,
he's probably
what
gonna
is he
end up
doing?
on a T-shirt. Most
there was
likely.
something, and they said he was in a school zone.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it just gets worse.
Yeah, it's bad.
And then,
bad story. A lot of bad things going on.
And stuff going on with coaches, Eric Bieniemy's son,
Yeah.
and then Kyle Shanahan getting to a car accident. I don't know what's going on.
And actually, someone asked us to talk about I think he's a commentator for the San Antonio Spurs or something like that.
Oh, they got
Yeah.
fired for cheating on his wife.
with a reporter, I think, or something like that. I was like, a lot
boy.
of crazy things going on in this industry.
How do
Let's
you
be a
not
part of it.
there is rules and regulations. Just stick to them, and they're not that severely they're not that bad. What are we doing? Just do your thing and don't do anything stupid, and it'll be fine. I don't understand I don't understand why you go out and do these dumb things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's move on, Kyle. I know you said there was some news coming from the NHL. I'll let you go ahead with that. While we get the next segment ready.
So this kind of goes hand in hand. There's three things, but first one is Patrick Kane thought he was gonna go to his hometown team, the Buffalo Sabres. That didn't happen. Signed with the Chicago Blackhawks. I forget the amount, but he is back to being a Chicago Blackhawk, and now Bedard has his fellow superstar, if you will. Bedard also re-signed for, what was it, 15
million.
15 million, which then goes right into, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what the NHL is nowadays, but Leo Carlson signs a lucrative AAV deal worth what? 18?
So let's just talk about how bad the Anaheim Ducks offseason has been. You lose a pretty good blue line in Radko Gudas and Jacob Trouba.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were on the cups of losing, was it Gauthier or...
Yeah, well, now becomes the question because the Flyers offer sheeted Carlson, and the Flyers had to match it, or else they would have had to forfeit a lot. And then Gauthier is not signing for less than 15 mil.
And that's if he signs for less than 15 mil or more than 15 mil, it'll be a slap in the face to Connor Bedard and then Macklin Celebrini, who's probably gonna, I don't know, possibly reset the center market.
He's gonna sign they have to sign him for an insane amount of money.
I don't know,
but that's pretty much all the NHL news. I think that you're starting to see the newer generation of hockey, and I think that we will only continue to see it rise in terms of money because you have Celebrini, you have Stenberg, who's probably gonna, after his rookie deal, is gonna make a ton of money, and then Gavin McKenna as well.
The top six of the entire Montreal Canadiens team, they're really good. So
and Slafkovsky signed for a decent amount. Hudson signed for a decent amount. Even their goalie Dobish signed
Okay.
for a decent amount, and that's the newer generation of not only the Montreal Canadiens, but of the NHL. And I mean, it's good to see, but you got to think that the salary cap's going to become an issue sooner or later, and they might have to raise it. But who knows? I mean, the NHL is entering a fun time, and it's going to be a fun next season for sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. We're gonna move on to the next segment, new segment we're gonna start doing on the show. So yesterday I put on the HUddle Instagram story for you guys to give us your hottest takes. We want to get you guys involved in this show, have a little bit of fun here. Don't know what we're gonna call this one yet. Maybe like HUddle Hot Takes or Hot Seat. HUddle Hot Seat.
Yeah.
I saw one that said I was trying to think of some ideas. ChatGPT put out the HUddle Hotties.
No.
I like that one.
God.
But the
No,
HUddle Hot
thanks.
Seat I think is pretty cool. Because we're gonna put you guys on blast for your terrible takes here.
Yeah.
And we got a good amount of answers, good amount of responses. Some really bad ones. A terrible one from our producer Marcus Gray. A lot of Cowboys hate, which proves my point once again that you guys just hate the Cowboys more than I actually like them. You guys
Okay.
are bigger fans than I am. So
right.
thank you guys. But since we were talking about hockey, let's just go with Kelly had one here. Torts cost the VGK first with the draft, then the cup, and it's all because of Torts.
No.
No. Absolutely.
It's not even. That's not. No. They ran into a team in the Carolina Hurricanes that were the better team,
that were miles better
that were
than them.
significantly better. And I mean, you already knew that Torts was gonna be gone after anyways, and he came out and said, "I wanted to coach that team." He was already gone. He already had a message with the GM. But no, he is not the reason that the Vegas Golden Knights did not win a cup. And he didn't cost them the draft either, because they probably were thinking of trading Dorofeyev anyways,
Right.
because of the
Very
amount that they got in
close to salary
return,
cap.
and the whole thing with how Dorofeyev was like one of their top guys, and they got return, and they ended up getting a first round pick, which they didn't have for a while. So I think Torts wasn't the only thing. It was a number of things for sure.
From an outside perspective, not a big hockey guy, but I mean, I can't blame a guy who took over a team right before the playoffs and got them all the way to the finals.
Exactly.
That's like, you can't blame him. And even if he made some coaching errors, like he had the team for 2 months.
Granted,
Like, he made one mistake at the end, probably the biggest moment, maybe, but they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
the fine was bad. I'm not saying it wasn't bad. I'm saying that the fact that they probably already knew that they were going to make these moves. He probably knew. He was probably said in a meeting with Kelly McCrimmon, "Hey, you're going to be, if we make the playoffs, you're going to be here for this playoff run, no matter how far it goes, and then we're moving on." Because Ryan Craig's been in the system. He's been the Silver Knights head coach for a while, and they were going to give him his chance sooner or later. And the Vegas Golden Knights have established themselves as one of, if not the most strict organizations when it comes to coaches and players, that there's just no realm, there's no universe where you could say it's just his fault. The draft pick was bad, the fine was bad, but they had already decided, hey, we're moving on from Dorofeyev, hey, we're moving on from John Tortorella, and they didn't win the cup because the Hurricanes were just miles
Yeah, I think
better.
that's the absolute definition of a Cinderella run.
Yep.
I mean, like we seen it when they won the cup and Aiden Hill got out. That was his Cinderella run. Granted, got paid and probably not that good anymore.
Yep.
But yeah, I think the lack of a blue line and the lack of goaltending really put them away.
Defending was atrocious.
Right. I just think they just ran out of gas against a really good Carolina team that's going to forecheck you and get up in your face and make you turn the puck over. And they play aggressive and won the cup.
Because they
fair and
played
square.
They played two teams, the Mammoth and then the Ducks, and
Right.
the Ducks forced them to one hell of a series, and the Mammoth, I picked them to beat the Knights originally, and they forced them to a hell of a series. So they just ran out of gas. Perfect explanation, but you can't put it all on John Tortorella.
Yeah. Okay. I think it was the only hockey one we got. Moving on, got a few basketball ones here, so let's start with Ricky.
Oh, gosh.
Big one. Let's put two of us together. MJ's not top 3, and Curry's better all-around basketball player than LeBron.
Here we
Wait, so
go.
Michael Jordan isn't
Michael Jordan is not top 3 player of all time.
Okay,
And
so
Curry is a better player, all-around player than LeBron.
So Ricky's biased because he's a Warriors fan.
Yeah.
Ricky,
Brother.
like you're not slick. But
Michael
you're
Jordan went top
tripping.
3.
I think you're delusional if you say Michael Jordan's not top 3.
He's
Yeah.
top 1.
He is the number one.
He's
for
my
me.
GOAT.
He's the GOAT.
He's my GOAT. His record in the championships speak otherwise. Marcus, you can, I don't even know.
6-0, bro.
Like,
I don't care if the Bulls continued finding success once he retired for those 2 years. They didn't win. How do you, bro, as a player, the aura that you have to win 3 in a row, retire, give the league a 2-year break from you, come back and win another 3. That's
Go
insane.
play baseball, come back, and win 3 more.
That's insane.
and
If that happened in today's era with social media, he would be glazed like none other.
the thing with Curry that I don't, the Curry one, you can't, like, inside the paint, you don't know what Curry's going to do. LeBron, I think, is one of, if not the best in the paint. And Curry's a sharpshooter, yes. But we know he's a Warriors fan. So that take, I don't know what to think of that one.
What does he mean? Like, did he say greatest or talented or?
He said Curry is a better all-around basketball player than LeBron.
No.
You even got reporter.
So-
You even got producer.
You know it's bad when
Marcus.
producer Marcus.
Producer Marcus.
Producer Marcus
say
says
no
no.
out loud.
So I'll give him credit for.
Shooting?
I'll give Curry the credit shooting.
Play.
Possibly
Would you say playmaking ability?
no. I think LeBron's one of the best playmakers of all time.
No?
Like it's not. I don't think it's debatable at
Who's
all.
more clutch?
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Then I
100%.
don't know.
I'd say
Then I don't know in any world where Curry's.
I don't know how you can say.
So you're gonna say Curry's a better
to
defender than LeBron?
It's MJ LeBron. Exactly. LeBron clears, but it's MJ LeBron, and if you don't have either one, if they're not your 1 and 2,
He's
So let's talk
top
about-
2 and he's not.
Let's talk
number
about
2.
something like it's debatable who might have a greater impact on a team, maybe. But I mean, Curry had a 3-1 lead and it got blown
Curry also had.
to LeBron.
I don't know if say Curry's had better teammates all time.
I'd say yes,
I mean, he's had a more consistent team all time. Like they're always around the same kind of core.
but at the same time, he had a prime Kevin.
That's
Durant,
what I was gonna say.
a
He
prime
had that
Klay
super
Thompson,
team,
a
and-
prime Draymond
And then
Green,
lost to LeBron
Yeah.
with 3-1.
That's-
and Steph in his prime, 2016, 17 could be possibly the greatest MVP seasons of all time, but choked it to LeBron.
Soraya says LeBron's need to get more rings than Kobe is the only reason he still plays.
No.
No, I think
I don't think he's
I
focused
think
on Kobe.
I think it's somewhat like that. I think it's like LeBron wants to win more. He wants to be up there with like MJ with 6. Kobe
you
only
know.
has
5.
5. That's
Only
right.
has 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only has 5. But yeah, I think that's what motivates him. That has not won.
Is it
more
crazy
than,
to say Kobe's better all time than LeBron?
No, I think so. But
I kinda think so,
if
too.
I say I'm glazing, so but
And that's, yeah, I don't know.
But
feel
I
like
think-
people, you say that now and people is like, you have like bias because, Kobe's passed
I
away.
don't-
And I'm like, I've always thought Kobe was top
I don't
3.
think that's a hot take.
But then I see
No.
experts put him out of the 15. I'm like, that's insane to me.
Yeah.
You didn't think Soraya's was a hot take? Or you did?
No, if she would have said something like, the only reason why LeBron's playing is to chase like Bill Russell's 11 rings, right? Oh, like, bro, like, come on, like, something like that. That would have been crazy. But
Sammy says Cooper Flag is a better rookie of the year than Wemby.
no. So
No.
Cooper Flag had an amazing rookie season, multiple 50-point games. I just don't think his impact on the Dallas Mavericks was greater than Wemby's on the Spurs. Granted, he got hurt with a blood clot in his shoulder, I think in January of Wemby's rookie season and missed the rest. But I think the first stretch, like, San Antonio fans were on the edge of their seats watching this guy. So I don't think these aren't hot takes. These are like
Yeah. What
Reasonable.
pretty, yeah.
Reasonable.
There-
Those
there's
some
some worse-
outrageous stuff.
There's some worse ones.
Oh God.
I'm just going through basketball first. Iverson is better than Wade and Harden. Oh,
Wait, whoa, wait.
Iverson is better than Wade and Harden. all time.
Better, great
That's all they
or
said.
talented.
Let's go. Okay, I think that
And He adds on. Oh, this is from Dylan, by the way. Dylan Nunez. Iverson's better than Wade and Harden. He says Dak is top 5, or we'll leave that for later. And Jokic is better than Shaq.
That's
Yo,
I don't think that's like a hot take, really.
That Jokic is better than Shaq.
You think Jokic is better than
all
Shaq?
time?
All time, yeah. This is a how many time MVP, NBA champion.
2-time.
That's gonna cause a
Shaq,
lot of
bro.
problems.
What?
I think Shaq's better than Jokic.
Were you alive to see Shaq play?
No, but I've seen highlights.
You've seen highlights.
Were you alive to see MJ play? Didn't you say MJ is the best all time?
That's a fair point.
And I'm an MJ fan, but I think that's a
overall
a stupid
skill
argument.
set. Overall skill set. Jokic can pass,
Shaq.
shoot.
True. But I think Shaq was so damn dominant
That
that
It made up for everything.
It made up for everything else.
you took the words right out of my mouth.
He's like nobody. He's literally a freak of nature.
Nobody comes close to him, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Then what was the other thing that he said? He said Allen Iverson is over James
Allen
Harden.
Iverson over Wade and Harden.
Skill set wise, no. James James Harden in his prime was like, he's averaging 40. Like, bro, like averaging 40 points. Like, no. Dwayne Wade's multiple time champion. Granted, James Harden hasn't won a chip. Allen Iverson doesn't have a
don't
ring.
think he
I don't
did.
think. Lost to Kobe in the finals.
I think the thing with Iverson is he had such an impact on the culture of basketball.
Of course.
That people, I won't say overrate, but like he's gonna be near and dear to so many people's
Of
hearts.
course. Yeah,
He
his
has that
style.
yeah, he's like culturally wise, he's generational. Like everyone wanted to be like him, you know. Like next to
What is
Michael
bro
Jordan,
looking
like those are
at?
two, and then
What are you
D-Rose.
looking
I
at,
was just
bro?
seeing. I was just looking at his stats.
Who's this?
Allen Iverson's.
Yeah.
Can you relax? Can I do some research?
That's how we want to be
My
good
goodness.
journalists.
I'm not gonna speak on it because I don't know basketball.
Yeah, I don't know that well, but I do know.
I'm
like,
trying to make
the
myself
cultural
more
impact.
educated.
Allen Iverson, like handle wise, is probably the greatest ball handler ever, next to Kyrie Irving.
I think this is our last basketball one that's worth mentioning. And a little
God.
funny one from Nate Olson.
Oh no,
Oh no,
Lacrosse is better than basketball.
no, see ya. Like
not a
goodbye.
hot take. No,
See ya.
Nate.
No, I know,
I will say I do not enjoy watching basketball as much as other sports,
but
and I will take baseball over basketball. to watch.
no.
This is my take real quick.
No.
Baseball is the only sport of like the big four, I say five, including soccer, that is more boring in person.
How is it more boring?
Baseball?
Baseball.
No.
I enjoy watching baseball
No.
on TV more than I watch
No.
that like in person.
Going to a game is the only way I watch.
What do you do when you go to a baseball game?
I get food.
Get food.
But the main thing
You
I
walk around
main,
the concourse.
Hey, you know what's
get
worth
food,
it?
get
You know what's
drinks,
worth it though?
You hang out with your family.
You know what's
It's
worth
a-
it though?
It's a glorified picnic.
You know what's worth it though? Dippin' Dots, bruh. Let me tell you, bro.
He's talking about the food and not the game.
You go to a game, atmosphere-wise,
No.
baseball.
No.
Food-wise, baseball. Dude, pretzels
Give me
at
s-
baseball stadiums, let me tell you.
I
bro.
hate watching
So-
basketball on TV. I went to a
Different.
UNLV UNR basketball game and I was more hyped than
That
probably-
doesn't-
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
That's a UNLV UNR
We're
basketball game and I'm
talking-
hyped,
bro.
dude. Imagine an NBA game.
Okay, but imagine an NBA playoff game,
Exactly.
MLB playoff game.
Imagine.
And you're gonna
MLB
compare it
playoff
against-
Game, I'm taking.
Yeah, like what?
The only,
Bro's cheesy right now,
the
bro.
only playoff, the only,
That's fair.
The only
What?
playoffs I'm taking over baseball is hockey. I think
Real.
hockey playoffs are the best playoffs
Oh, you're
in
insane.
sports.
You're insane.
Real.
You're insane.
What do you think? What's better?
Soccer.
Well, don't
Freaking
count.
World Cup.
Yeah, don't count
Big
the World Cup.
Four.
Okay, well,
You can't count the
soccer's
World
better than
Cup,
all
bro.
four, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would even
It's
take
better.
the CONCACAF Gold Cup in Las Vegas, Mexico versus U.S. over freaking hockey. No, I'm joking. Not hockey. Hockey's pretty dope. But
hockey playoff game.
But
is
to
the
me,
best
I'm just saying,
playoff.
I think baseball is more. I like watching baseball more than basketball, but in person, on average, an average game, baseball is more boring in person
No.
because you get.
But like it
at least for
depends
me,
the
I get-
game
I
that
get
you're
so
going to.
distracted. Yeah,
Nobody
to be
wants
fair, I
to
go the
watch
freaking
like
Aviators.
yeah. Nobody wants to watch like the Marlins
The
and
only,
like
the only
bro,
MLB
like,
game I've been to was a Rockies game in Denver when I
That's
lived
your
there.
fault. You watched the.
I lived
probably
there,
the
it was
worst
free.
one.
The Rockies.
The
bro?
Rockies?
That ain't
Yeah,
it.
it was terrible.
It's a nice
It was a nice
stadium, but
stadium, a very old
damn, they
stadium,
suck.
very
But the
old
team
school, but-
sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess
moving
it's a
on.
hot take.
Let's go to football.
Ariel's was more of a hot take.
Yeah.
Mine was more of a hot take.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty good take.
No.
I think basketball games are pretty electric when they get like a close basketball game. Like I'm saying, the UNLV-UNR one was crazy. That was hype, and that wasn't even like a packed stadium.
But like,
Bless you,
bless you,
Bless you, bro.
Marcus. Good lord.
Say thank you.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Anyways, that's why we don't give him a mic.
Yeah.
He has
I
one
mean, he
right here.
technically has one.
All right. A lot of Cowboys glaze, like I said. You know, we have Alexis saying Cowboys are underrated.
No.
Even I wouldn't say they're underrated.
No.
I do think the media has been kind of.
You
What?
just ended it right there. You said they're not underrated. You just
Why is
ended
that
the
crazy
hot.
to say? But then if I said they were underrated, I'm glazing and I'm a
No.
Cowboys
I'm
delusional
saying
fan.
you ended her take
Yeah,
right there.
I don't think they are because I do think we have some analysts, you know, giving them some credit that they deserve. I don't think they're overrated.
I
do
think
think they have to prove something this season.
yes.
But I do think I'd say Dak is underrated. I
No.
wouldn't say the Cowboys. Even now, I wouldn't say Dak's underrated because they're putting him top 6. I can't be mad about that. In previous years, I would say he was. I think they're finally starting to get some respect.
It's just a lot to prove, I think, this season, personally.
Yeah. James says Cowboys are going to have a better season than the Eagles. I agree with that. Absolutely.
It depends on
But
the role that if Devontae Smith can go into that wide receiver 1 role and excel, no. If he doesn't,
Juju Smith-Schuster all over again.
So you're basing it off Devontae Smith being a wide receiver 1.
I mean,
I think it's a
Mekhi
process,
Lemon's
yeah.
coming in as a rookie. We don't know how he's going to do. Jalen Hurts has been, yes,
Hit or miss last season.
he's hit or miss. I think it just comes down to the receiving core, pretty much. And if Saquon has another year,
If it's coming down to the receiving core, I'm taking Dallas.
Yep.
I would say that.
But the Eagles have a better defense than Dallas.
But you guys added some
Again,
pieces, right?
with-
I think
those
we can
teams-
have a good defense. I
Right.
think a comparable defense, but we don't know yet.
With those two teams, I think the scenario is there's a lot of questions that need to be answered this season. The main question being, how is AJ Brown being gone going to affect how Jalen Hurts throws the ball deep, if he gets the ball, and then if Mekhi Lemon can be a versatile wide receiver, and then if Dak can.
If Dak can play the best
Yeah.
he's been playing, like he
If
hasn't
Dak
been
can play
playing.
better
their
than Bo
offense-
Nix,
If Dak can play better than Bo Nix, like
I stand by that.
I mean, Dak played top 3 quarterback, top 5 easily, top 3 last year. For the past 3 seasons that he's been healthy, he's been a top quarterback. So I don't see any reason why we're talking about if Dak can do it. I think it's like last year it wasn't Dak in the offense, it was the defense.
Then
I think it's
So-
really going to come down to how both teams start. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen how the Eagles
I
can
think
go.
the Cowboys always start hotter than the Eagles.
No,
no. Cowboys kind of go like this.
no. Eagles will start.
No.
Eagles will start 7-0, then they'll lose the next 4. Be 7-4.
That's fair, but
Like-
I do think the Cowboys always start good, and then right when it matters,
I would argue the Eagles
There have
do
been
it
some
worse.
crucial games though where the Cowboys just drop it for no apparent reason.
I really do think this season's. I won't be surprised if the Eagles win the division and beat out the Cowboys, but I think the Cowboys are going to win it. But I do think this season's going to come down to the head-to-head matches. I think it's going to be right there between 1 and 2 games between those two. Maybe Washington and the Giants can compete, but
I think on paper
I don't
the
see it.
Eagles definitely have the better
Yeah.
roster defensively.
defensively, yes.
Yes.
Offensively, no.
No, I
They're
don't.
kind of opposite teams. Like
Right.
last year, the offense held them back. This year, and then for the Cowboys, it was the defense.
Mm-hmm.
But is there any other terrible
Just
Cowboys
questions.
ones?
Just questions.
Nevin Chavez just talking crap, saying Dak ain't top 5. We're not gonna listen to you. You don't even know ball. You're a Saints fan.
Saints?
Yeah, he and only liked them because they won, and then he became a Saints fan.
Bro's
He
got
doesn't watch
Tyler's
football.
show. What the hell?
Bro's not even gonna acknowledge.
Okay, I like
it,
this
bruh.
one from Matthew. Genty, 1,200 plus rushing yards next year.
Yes,
So
I think
they upgraded center.
they have a lot of additions to
I
the
agree.
offensive line,
Yep.
and I think that I don't think they're gonna rely on Genty heavily just because whether you start Kirk Cousins or Fernando Mendoza, no matter what, I think there's a lot of questions there. But I think Genty, he has proved that he is reliable, even in the dire situation that is in Las Vegas last year. But I do think if I bet on that prop for a season total, I'd go over 100% on that one.
Yeah, I do like that one. I do think Genty's gonna have another improvement this year.
Yeah.
Because it
Like you
seemed
said-
like last year he was more of a receiving threat than
Yeah.
an actual running back.
Which
so.
is good. Like that's gonna help, Kirk Cousins and Mendoza. I do expect Kirk Cousins to start the majority of the year, if not the whole year, and unless there's an injury, which I don't want to jinx that. But Just, but just if Mendoza does start, I think that's even more likely for Gentry to get those yards because, I mean, I'm sure Mendoza would be great, but rookie quarterback, still learning the team, just being able to have that guy to take a huge load off.
Yeah. And he's proved that he can do it too. I think you take a look at last season, even with a bad offensive line and that whole quarterback situation with Geno Smith, I think that he proved as a top back that for sure can eclipse 1,200 yards. I don't think that's a crazy take.
I don't really think that's a hot take.
Yeah.
Got one from our producer, Marcus Gray here.
Oh boy.
He was already nodding like, oh yes, Gentry's gonna get more than 1,200. Like, bro,
Blaze,
mwah, mwah. 2016, Derek Carr is better than any Dak year.
No.
Any. So take
no.
last season.
That's not even Dak's best year.
Any Dak year.
Any Dak
year.
Can you elaborate? Tell me why.
2016 Derek Carr before
he
injury that
snapped his
ruined
leg. Like
he was the clear cut MVP.
Okay.
Like there was no one that was in contention. Derek Carr didn't play. I think he got hurt in like week 14. He didn't play the rest of the season. He still has more MVP votes
games
in that one season than Russell Wilson has in his career.
You're comparing him to Russell Wilson.
You're telling me Russell Wilson wasn't great in his prime?
I love Russell Wilson. You're comparing him to Russell Wilson.
You think Dak Prescott all time is better than Russell Wilson?
If he wins a ring, yes.
Okay, so
is that crazy?
No, that's not crazy. If
so
he wins a ring, sure.
just for stats purposes, so just for the audience, Derek
I'll
Carr,
tell you why in a second.
2016 regular season stats. He had 3,937 passing yards,
in 14 games.
28.
How many games did he play?
15. He went 12-3.
Can I get to 28 touchdowns and 6 interceptions? So you're saying that's better than any Dak Prescott year?
If you took the stats and like put it to that game.
Can I just compare him to Dak Prescott of that year real quick? Rookie 2016, Dak Prescott, rookie, fourth round pick, rookie. Tony Romo's replacement, a rookie. Ezekiel Elliott, maybe the best rookie of all time, a rookie. Oh, are we gonna act like Prime Zeke isn't one of the best running backs ever?
For rookie season, sure.
For rookie season,
anyways,
no.
I said best. He's one of the best rookies of all time. Ezekiel Elliott. Anyways, Dak Prescott, rookie year, rookie. Marcus. Only one more game played. Went 13-3. About 300 less yards than Derek Carr. A higher completion percentage, more touchdowns, less interceptions, and a higher passer rating. That year alone, Dak Prescott was better than Derek Carr.
But I mean, look at 2019: 4,900 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
Is that Dak Prescott?
That is Dak Prescott.
Okay, now that trumps Derek Carr's year.
Derek Carr was on pace for more than 5,000 yards.
He only had one less game than Dak.
And he had 300 more yards.
300 yards. He had one better game. He had less touchdowns. A worse completion percentage.
See, I watched that season of the Ravens. Derek Carr was the pure playmaker. Like he never.
Did you watch the Cowboys that season? You didn't.
Yeah, I did. I watched. That was when I was.
No, you didn't.
But Derek Carr is never a runner. Derek Carr is never a runner.
No.
And he was making plays. Like, you just take that first game against the Saints in that season. Like, literally sacrificing his body just to get the first down. He literally looked like Josh Allen. He literally looked like Josh Allen for some plays.
Oh, dude.
He did.
Josh, bro.
And that wasn't even Dak's best year. That was Dak that year, by the way. That was Dak
How many
in
games did he have
2016.
in 2019?
Dak in 2016.
He had one more game in 2019 where he threw 4,900 yards.
What?
So in one more game, he damn near threw. What's that?
Let me go back.
What was Derek Carr's 2016? So you're saying he had 4,900 passing yards.
He almost had over 1,000
That's what I
more.
was gonna say.
1,000 more passing yards.
So one more game played, 1,000 more yards. Granted, he did have
What year was that? What Dak year was that?
2019.
2023, Dak Prescott, 36 touchdowns,
2019, right?
4,500 yards, only 9 interceptions.
How many games did he play?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's the year that Dak sat out almost every fourth quarter because we were literally dog walking every team and beating the Giants 40-0 in the opening game. Like,
Okay, let's compare. Okay, Comparatively,
There's no comparing.
let's do 2019.
There's generally no comparison.
Let's just do 2019.
Dak. All right, pull up Derek Carr's.
Okay. No, because you said 2016 Derek Carr,
2016
correct?
And
Okay.
I got
So-
Dak Prescott right here.
So give me completion percentage.
Oh shoot, sorry.
Let's just go stat by
Go
stat.
I've already compared all of them, bro. Dak wipes him.
All right, yeah, 65% completion percentage.
Okay, so he had more than Derek Carr.
Okay,
Passing yards.
4,900.
Okay, but he played one more game, so let's an average.
Deduct 400.
Yeah. So he's at what after that?
600 more yards than
Yeah.
Derek Carr.
How many
has.
touchdowns?
30.
That's more than Derek Carr.
Interceptions. He had 11.
That's 5 more than Derek Carr. Passer rating?
And what was Carr's?
What year was this for Dak?
99.
2019.
What was
99.
Carr's touchdowns? 28 to
28 to 6.
28 to 6, and Dak had 30 in one more game.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fair.
So the touchdowns are just about the same.
Yeah. Passer ratings what?
99.
And he has more passing yards because he's throwing more
Okay.
interceptions.
I don't even know why
Well,
we're
let's, like,
comparing
deduct-
2019 Dak versus 2023 Dak.
Because he only played one more game.
Oh.
Because you could say he sat out every fourth quarter, but he still played 3/4 of a game.
Yeah, like 2023 played 17 games.
Yeah, like that's
I
you
see.
can't compare those. Okay, so
Well, I mean, availability is the best ability, right?
Real.
dude,
I will say every time Derek Carr got hurt, he was mic'd up. I don't know what the fuck.
so don't mic him up.
Yeah.
They were cursing him. They were rigging it. Anyways, so now your take was terrible. Please,
I
please don't
I
ever
think,
comment again.
I think that Dak Prescott has had I think Dak Prescott has him.
Is Dak Prescott better quarterback all time than Derek Carr?
All
Hell
time, yeah.
yeah.
100%.
I was gonna say hell yeah.
Okay, like he is like it's not close just because Derek Carr never had a chance to make the playoffs with the Raiders teams he had.
Didn't
Like
he-
Derek Carr's, I'm not Derek Carr's. Dak Prescott's legacy is so much better than actually, it is. Better.
Did
It
Derek
is,
Carr make the
brother.
playoffs?
He did, but the team was guard. That's what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Okay.
He's never won a.
Like they had Brian Edwards as their wide receiver one. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dang,
2020,
like-
Brian Edwards was our best wide receiver.
that's
And
that's pretty bad.
Zay Jones.
Zay Jones.
Okay, yeah.
We agree with you. Don't worry.
And then the Russell Wilson thing I was saying, I mean, I think Dak has to win a ring to get over Russell Wilson, but
I don't think that's crazy.
the reason why I say if Dak gets a ring, like as of right now, Dak's stats, he's the best Cowboys quarterback of all time. He just doesn't have the rings, but he's the most efficient Cowboys quarterback.
Most efficient, yes.
So if he gets a ring, God forbid he gets 2, he's probably the best Cowboys quarterback of all time.
Yeah.
And that alone
Well,
puts
how
him
many did Aikman win?
3.
3.
Aikman got 3, Staubach 2.
Damn, Troy Aikman. Was
And before Dak, it was Tony Romo, who also didn't have any rings, and he was the best production-wise
Troy Aikman was a
quarterback of all
dog,
time for
bro.
the Cowboys.
Shout out Troy Aikman.
But different eras of game, throwing the
Yeah.
ball versus running it back then. So, the last couple ones we have here, mostly soccer. We got Arturo saying Di Maria is the reason Messi has international championships. True. Not even gonna get into that one that much, but every time he's not playing with Argentina, Messi does nothing in the final and then loses. So I won't act like Messi doesn't get him to the final, but he kind of no shows in the 2 biggest finals of his career. The only one he showed up in was the France win. So pretty much if Messi doesn't show up, they're not winning. Which you could say, actually no, even in the France final, Di Maria scores the goal that wins, I believe.
that wins?
Not that wins, but like pretty much
That put him into penalties?
no, because France came back. I might have been completely wrong with that one.
He scored the 3rd goal, I think.
I know in the Copa America it's like that. Like Di Maria is probably right there with Messi. Like without Di Maria, it's pretty.
He has a
shoddy.
wicked shot, I will say that much.
And this one you guys won't even know anything about, but Marco Fabian is an underrated player when he played. I mean, I can't speak too much on that. He was a great player when he played for Mexico, but I mean, there's one goal I recently just saw of him. He played for Chivas, and he scored against a good Barcelona team, one of the craziest goals. So, yeah, I'm sure he's underrated, but that's pretty much all we had for that. What was the worst one you guys heard?
The Allen Iverson was bad, dude. Like skill set wise, like if you're gonna compare him to James Harden and Dwayne Wade, who was literally punching the rock on 7-footers in the paint, dog. Like you just like Allen Iverson because of like the culture and the style he brought and
Yeah.
like the
It's
aura
like-
he had.
Yeah.
But
I
like
th-
skill set wise, hell nah.
I thought the torch one was pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
The worst?
No, well, I don't know basketball that much,
Yeah.
so
I agree.
Fair.
I thought 2016 Derek Carr is better than Jack Fitzgerald. I don't think that was just straight glaze. From
That
the
was
Raiders,
pretty
man.
bad.
Besides that one,
that was pretty bad. That gives my
lacrosse
seal
being
of
better than
approval.
basketball.
It's pretty bad.
No offense to our lacrosse team out here, but come on, dude.
Oh yeah, the lacrosse.
That one
straight
was.
trolling.
But
Yeah.
Nate is probably just threw it out there. You know?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
very good.
Shout out Nate though. I love you, Nate.
Curry better than LeBron is terrible too.
That one
That's
was. And the whole Jordan.
A better
not top
player all
three.
around. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
Jordan not top
actually
three.
The
bad.
top.
terrible.
Okay,
That
I
was
take it
bad.
back. The Jordan not being top 3 and Curry being an all around better player than LeBron. That was the worst one.
Yeah.
That-
Well, we're gonna end it there, and
that
then
was bad.
you know a lot of
I like that segment though.
yeah,
that
it's
segment
fun.
was good.
We're probably cut it down to maybe the top 5 worst ones. I
Yeah.
find, but yeah, thank you guys for playing with us for joining in on the show. And this guys, stop. Thank you for engaging with our show. Being a part of the show. We appreciate everyone who volunteers to be put on blast like that.
Yeah.
I don't
Give
know
us
if I
more
told them.
hot takes.
Yeah, give us more
Yeah,
hot
give us
takes.
more hot
That was
takes. We're
fun.
gonna do this every episode, weekly episodes. Make sure to tune in. Follow our social media so you can be a part of that. It will be on the stories that probably the day before the episode is filmed. So, thank you guys, and once again, thank you for watching the Huddle. I'm your host Ariel Meza. Got Kyle Sparrow and Thomas Gobbo joining me today. So, peace out. See you guys next time.